Hello all, welcome you all to this lecture on semantic tableau. In this lecture, we will be discussing what semantic tableau is, how to construct a semantic tableau, how the formulas are classified as alpha and beta formulas, and we will discuss an algorithm for constructing semantic tableau. Okay, so we had seen truth tables. Truth tables were actually used for finding the satisfiability of a formula. If we need to find whether a formula is satisfiable, you construct the truth table and you check whether the truth values of the formula is true for at least one interpretation. If it is true for at least some interpretation, then we consider it as a satisfiable formula, a formula that is satisfiable. But see, if it is a truth table, say if the number of atoms is n, the number of rows in the truth table will be 2 raised to n. So as the number of n increases, the rows in the truth table also will increase exponentially. Right, if there are n, the number of rows should be 2 raised to n. So, truth table is not actually an efficient method for finding the satisfiability. So, semantic tableau is considered to be an efficient decision procedure for finding the satisfiability of a formula in propositional logic. And what we do here is, we will search for a model. A model is actually a satisfying interpretation. We search for a model by decomposing the formula, into sets of atoms and its negations. Sets of atoms and negations of atoms. So we decompose the formula into sets of atoms and negations of atoms. And if the sets of atoms and negations of atoms, it is considered to be satisfiable if the set does not contain an atom P and its negation P. The formula is considered to be satisfiable if and only if one of these sets is satisfiable. So we will see how it is done. Before we move on to the algorithm, you should know what a literal is and what a complementary pair of literal is. A literal is an atom or the negation of an atom. So P is a literal. Negation Q is a literal. Okay, so a literal will be an atom or the negation of an atom. An atom is a positive literal and the negation of an atom is a negative literal. And for any atom P negation P, the set P negation P is a complementary pair of literal. See, the set containing P and negation P is a complementary pair of literals. And a set of literals is satisfiable if and only if it does not contain a complementary pair of literals. The set will be satisfiable if and only if it does not contain a complementary pair of literals. So when you consider this set, see, this set contains P, Q, negation P. And you can see that in this set we have an atom P and the negation of the atom, negation P. And since it contains complementary pair of literals, this set is not satisfiable. It is unsatisfiable. Okay, now moving on to the construction of semantic tableau. See, semantic tableau is constructed as a tree. It is, the formula will be represented as a tree. Okay, and what we do is, we decompose the formula and the decomposition is represented as a tree. The decomposition of the formula is represented as a tree. So to start with, we will have only the formula for which we need to check the satisfiability. So that formula will be labeled as the root of the tree. Okay, the initial formula will label the root of the tree. Now, each node in the tree will have either one or two child nodes, depending on how the formula labeling the node is decomposed. Okay, and the leaves will be labeled by a set of literals. A leaf labeled by a set of literals which contains a complementary pair will be marked closed. We use the notation X or cross to mark a set closed. A leaf which is labeled by a set not containing a complementary pair of literals is marked open. Okay, so if the set contains complementary pair, it is marked closed, and if it doesn't contain complementary pair, it is marked open. So before discussing the algorithm, we will see for what class of formulas are classified as alpha formula and what is beta formula. So this is the set of alpha formulas. See, these are the set of alpha formulas. Alpha formulas are usually the conjunctive ones, like see A1 and A2, A1 and A2. In these cases, in this formula, see both A1 and A2 should be true for this formula to be true. Okay, so this formula we decompose it into two, like A1, A2. Alpha 1 will be A1, alpha 2 will be A2. Same is the case here. See, negation of A1 or A2. Negation of A1 or A2 is negation A1 and negation A2. Again, it is a conjunctive formula. Both the components should be true. Both the formulas should be true for this formula to be true. So, we decompose it as negation A1, negation A2. Now, similar is the case of the rest of the alpha formulas also. Now, we will consider the beta formula. See, beta formulas are the disjunctive ones. See here, B1 or B2. In this case, either B1 should be true or B2 should be true. We decompose this into beta 1, which is B1, and beta 2, which is B2. Same is the case here. Negation of B1 and B2 is negation B1 or negation B2. And we decompose it as negation B1, negation B2. Beta 1 is negation B1, beta 2 is negation B2. Now coming to the algorithm, the input to the algorithm will be the formula phi, for which we need to check the satisfiability. Output will be the semantic tableau for phi. And all the leaves of the semantic tableau will be marked, either closed or open. So initially the tree will contain only a single root, which is labeled by the formula for which we need to check the satisfiability. Now what we do is, this particular node will not be marked. So what we do is, we will repeat certain steps as long as possible. We choose an unmarked leaf L. Choose an unmarked leaf L. This L will be labeled with a set of formulas, say UL, and we apply any one of the rules. The first rule is, see, if UL is a set of literals, that is, UL does not contain a formula that can be decomposed further. It contains only literals. Then mark the leaf closed if it contains a complementary pair of literals. If it doesn't contain complementary pair of literals, then you mark it open. Now the second case is, UL is not a set of literals. That is, UL still contains formulas that can be decomposed. Then out of those formulas, you choose a formula which is not a literal. Classify the formula as alpha formula or beta formula and perform the following steps. So you choose one formula, classify it as alpha formula or beta formula, and depending on whether it is alpha formula or beta formula, you need to perform this step. If the formula is an alpha formula, what you do? For an alpha formula like A1 and A2, both A1 and A2 should be true for the formula to be true. Right? So what we do here is, we create one new node L dash. See, for an alpha formula which is decomposed, we will create only one child node. And we will label the child node with L dash. And the formulas in L dash, U of L dash, will be all the formulas in the parent node UL, that is UL. From that, you remove the alpha formula A and you join or you perform union of A1 comma A2. That is, you will remove A1 and A2 and you will add A1 comma A2 into the set. Now, what will we do if it is a beta formula? If it is a beta formula, we create two children. Two children is created for the node. We create two child nodes or two new nodes, L dash and L double dash, as the children of L, and we label L dash with, see, the set of all formulas in the parent node minus the beta formula that you have chosen to decompose, and to that you add B1. Okay, the other child you label it with U of L minus B union B2. See, here what we are doing is, a beta formula is one like B1 or B2, and the truth value of that formula will be true if any one of B1 or B2 is true. Right. So what we do is we create two child nodes. In one child node, it will be dealing with B1 and the other child node will be dealing with B2. Okay. Because the formula will be true either if B1 is true or if B2 is true. So we create two child nodes. We label one child node with B1 and the other one with B2. Okay. And the tableau whose construction has terminated is called a completed tableau. The completed tableau is closed if all its leaf nodes are marked closed. Otherwise, it is open. Now we will see an example. Consider this particular formula. This is the formula for which we need to check the satisfiability. So see here we have P or Q and negation P and negation Q. So this formula is of the form A1 and A2, where A1 is P or Q, A2 is negation P and negation Q. Okay, so this is of the form A1 and A2. We can consider it as an alpha formula, right? It is an alpha formula. It is a conjunctive formula. So what we do, we create one child and we label the child with all the labels of the parent node minus the formula that we have chosen to decompose, and to that you add A1 comma A2. So here we don't have any other formulas. The formula is A1 and A2 alone. So we will create a child node and mark it with A1 comma A2. We are removing the conjunction from the formula and we mark it with A1 comma A2. Okay. Now this again we check whether it contains only literals. Here it contains formulas that can be decomposed further. We have a formula P or Q. We have a formula negation P and negation Q. Both can be decomposed. So out of these you can choose any one formula to decompose. Suppose we choose the disjunctive formula, that is P or Q. P or Q is a beta formula. And if it is a beta formula, what should we do? We should create two children for this particular node. One child you should mark with all the labels in the parent node minus the formula that you have chosen to decompose, comma B1. Okay, so that will be, the other formula is negation P and negation Q, comma, we will choose B1 to label one node and the other node will be labeled as Q, comma, negation P and negation Q. So we create two children. One child we label with P comma negation P and negation Q. The other child we label with Q comma negation P and negation Q. Okay. Again we check whether we have a formula that can be decomposed. Here we have a formula that can be decomposed. Here also we have a formula that can be decomposed. Okay. Now these are two different branches. We have to deal it separately. Now when we consider this, we have an alpha formula that can be decomposed. Since it is an alpha formula, we will create one child node and we will label it with A1 comma A2. So that will be P comma negation P comma negation Q. And for this particular branch also we have an alpha formula to decompose. We will create one child. We will label it with Q comma negation P comma negation Q. So for both the branches we create one child node and the child node is marked with P negation Q, and here Q negation P negation Q. Okay. And when we consider this node, this leaf node, see this leaf node now does not contain any formula that can be further decomposed. It contains only literals and negations of literals, right? It contains only atoms and negations of atoms. That is, it contains literals only, atoms and negations of atoms. This branch also contains only atoms and negations of atoms. Right, it contains only literals. It is a set of literals. So, since it is a set of literals, our next step is to mark the node closed or open. We will mark the node closed if the set contains a complementary pair of literals. Here you see we have P and negation P. So, it contains a complementary pair. We have to mark it closed. Here again we have Q and negation Q. Again it is a complementary pair of literals. So, you mark both the sets closed, both the leaves closed. And since both the leaves are closed, this particular formula is unsatisfiable. If any one of the leaf was open, we can say that this is satisfiable. Since both are marked closed, the formula P or Q and negation P or P and negation Q is an unsatisfiable formula. So, in this lecture, we had discussed semantic tableau. We have seen alpha and beta formulas. We have seen how to construct the semantic tableau, and we have discussed the algorithm for semantic tableau. Thank you.